What's up, tennis fans? I'm Lauren Lynch, and this is Tennis Now, your source for the latest tennis news now. Prince William and Kate Middleton, the new Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, were at the Royal Box on Monday, Day 7 at Wimbledon. The newlyweds came to watch Andy Murray versus Richard Gasquet, Venus Williams versus Tsvetana Pironkova, and Rafael Nadal versus Juan Martin del Potro on center court. The visit had not been planned or announced, and the crowd roused with a standing ovation and cheered as the lovebirds entered. They sat in front of tennis legend Billie Jean King, her partner Ilana Kloss, and Sir Mervyn King, who they frequently chatted to between play. They even did the wave with the crowd, flailing their hands up with a smile for the stadium tradition. We had some huge upsets on the ladies' side that had Maria Sharapova and Victoria Azarenka screeching for joy. Oh, I guess they normally do that, but they did win today. The first upset occurred when Serena Williams had her defending and fifth title made obsolete by the 2007 runner-up Marion Bartoli's 6-3, 7-6 victory over her. Bartoli took an early break and had a 4-2 lead. The second set followed with a neck-and-neck scoreline. However, Williams continued to look out of form. When it looked like it would be over, the 7th seed broke back on the French player after saving 4 match points in the intense rallies to enter a tiebreaker. The final set was a long 70 minutes alone, but the 9th seed took out 5 match points to take out the American at 8-6 in the tiebreaker. Bartoli described the round of 16 win as the best of her career after losing to Williams twice before. Marion said, "Definitely the highest win of my career. It's a dream come true." Bartoli described Williams to the Associated Press as being one of the greatest champions in women's tennis. Williams currently holds 2,060 points and was defending 2,000. This loss will suffer a large blow in the rankings for the top American, who is currently ranked as 25th in the world. She could drop to about number 180 in the rankings. This marks Serena's earliest departure since she lost in the third round in 2005. Bartoli had 10 aces to Williams' 8, but the loser had 29 winners and only 1 double fault to the victor's 21 winners and 5 double faults. Williams failed to break 4 of 5 opportunities on her opponent's serve that won 80% of the time. 5-time champion Venus Williams then fell to Tsvetana Pironkova of Bulgaria 6-2, 6-3 for the second time in a row at Wimbledon, but this time it was in the seed-deadly round of 16. In fact, she lost with the same score as last year's quarterfinal, and this gives Pironkova a 3-1 lead in their head-to-head record. The 32nd seed upset the 23rd seed beginning in the first set when Pironkova broke Williams at 4-2 and then finished it off with another break. The American serve seemed to be in jeopardy as she gave the Bulgarian a break by double faulting in the final set at 3-1. Venus did come back for a short while with some aggression, 2 breaks of serve and 121 miles per hour serve, but her efforts could not outlast Pironkova's edge and experience in taking out the former champion. Pironkova had less unforced error, but half the winners at 10-20. Her strength was her 77% winning first serve and her return game. This will be the first time in 5 years that there won't be a Williams winning the title at the All England Club. Meanwhile, the world number 1 will not take the grass courts major as her first slam win. Caroline Wozniacki was upset by 24th seed Dominika Cibulkova despite a strong first set, 1-6, 7-6, 7-5 in almost 3 hours on court 2. The Dane broke twice in the first set, winning 80% of her net approaches and breaking twice. She hadn't lost a set yet in the tournament, but then the next 2 rounds came with several breaks. The 5'3" player was able to win 10 of 13 approaches at the net. Wozniacki let an opportunity to claim her first Grand Slam title without having to face the Williams passerby again. Tomorrow you can look forward to 5th-seeded Maria Sharapova facing off with Dominika Cibulkova, 8th-seeded Petra Kvitova facing off with Tsvetana Pironkova at 32nd seed, the 9th-seed Marion Bartoli facing Sabine Lisicki, and 4th-seed Victoria Azarenka facing off with Tamara Paschic. Over to you, James, for the men's results.
Thanks a lot, Lauren. Well, it wasn't as tumultuous of a day on the men's side as the top 4 players advanced to the quarterfinals. Starting with the world number 1, Rafael Nadal had his hands full with Juan Martin del Potro today. He was always going to be a dangerous opponent. He's tall, so Nadal's topspin doesn't throw him off as much as it would other players, and he has a big hitting game that could have troubled the Spaniard on the grass court. Fortunately for tennis fans, the match lived up to the hype. After almost 4 hours, Nadal won 7-6, 3-6, 7-6, 6-4. Although you might expect Del Potro to have been the more aggressive player, Nadal ended up hitting 61 winners to the Argentine's 44, while also hitting only 16 unforced errors to his opponent's 21. He also had more aces and he won a higher percentage of points on his serve. Despite that, the match could have easily gone the other way because Del Potro had his chances, including in the tiebreaker in the first set when he was up 3-love. Although Nadal won, he does have a bit of an injury concern. Before the first set tiebreaker, he had to call a trainer onto the court for what looked like a foot injury. After the match, he said, quote, "I don't know what the problem is. It seems as if it's in the bone of the foot. I thought I might have to retire, but I will check it out tomorrow. I felt something really strange. The pain went a bit down after that." Hopefully he is in good shape for his next match when he takes on Mardy Fish. Now, earlier today, Fish beat Tomas Berdych in straight sets to advance to his first Wimbledon quarterfinal. Now, if Nadal is healthy, it will be an extremely difficult match for Fish. They've played 5 times and Nadal has won every match but 1 in straight sets. Still, if Feliciano Lopez proved anything to us in his win over Andy Roddick last week, anything can happen, and the 29-year-old Fish is playing his best tennis right now. Now, speaking of Lopez, he came back from 2 sets down to beat Łukasz Kubot of Poland 7-5 in the 5th set. Meanwhile, Novak Djokovic dismissed Michael Llodra in straight sets, and Roger Federer rallied after dropping the first set in a tiebreaker to Michael Llodra in 4. Bernard Tomic, the 18-year-old from Australia who beat Robin Soderling in the 3rd round, also advanced to the quarterfinal after he beat Xavier Malisse in straight sets. He is the youngest player since Boris Becker in 1986 to advance to the Wimbledon quarterfinals. Now, he'll have a tough time in his next match because he'll face Djokovic in only his 3rd match against a top 10 player in his young career. Now, finally, Jo-Wilfried Tsonga advanced to his 2nd quarterfinal in a row after he beat David Ferrer in straight sets. Now, for a complete rundown of today's matches, make sure to check out our stories at tennisnow.com. Now, there's one more bit of news, and people with tickets to next week's Davis Cup tie between Spain and the United States may be a little disappointed to hear it. Rafael Nadal announced that he will not be playing, ultimately blaming his decision on the International Tennis Federation's poor scheduling. Nadal said he needs 15 to 20 days of rest after Wimbledon to prepare for the hard-court season, adding that, quote, "I can't be everywhere. I need to have my knees checked and see how everything is going in relation to the treatment we've done on them, which has helped me. The idea is to repeat what I did in 2010 so that I can be well prepared for the US Open." He added, quote, "The ITF continues to err in its insistence on the Davis Cup calendar. There is zero consideration for us, the players. If the best players don't play, the competition loses prestige. The ITF should ask itself why this is happening." Now, although Nadal is gone, Spain's team is still extremely formidable. Albert Costa, Spain's Davis Cup captain, named Fernando Verdasco, Feliciano Lopez, David Ferrer, and Marcel Granollers to the team. The tie will be contested in Austin from July 8th until July 11th. And that's all the news from the 7th day of Wimbledon. From Lauren Lynch and myself, we wish you a good evening, and check back with us tomorrow. We'll have more news for you. Good night.